Is WFG a scam? I'm going to react to a video by Wealth Awesome addressing the same topic from the perspective as an insurance agent. I've been in the business of selling insurance since 2011. So if you're looking to sell insurance yourself and you're looking for perspective from an insurance agent and agency owner on how WFG really is, then this video is for you, and let's jump right in. How WFG hires agents.
Because it's an important part of explaining WFG story. So WFG employs a multi-level marketing or MLM business model for its associate.
Yeah, so real quick here, just for sake of transparency, every single insurance agency, at least in the United States, and probably Canada too, recruits in an MLM type of strategy. Now, MLM on its own is not necessarily bad. It's how the MLM is operated that differentiates it. So in the insurance world, the way MLM is run is you have a carrier at the top. You have these companies called IMOs, FMOs, NMOs. These are national, field, and independent marketing organizations, thus the three-letter description. And then you have those in the middle layers, and then the agents actually selling insurance at the bottom. And so hierarchically speaking, that is how agents are recruited into this, what it is, a pyramid-type structure. The real issue is how the MLMs operate and how they motivate people, what they tell the agents, and how they either do or don't take advantage of the agent. We'll probably get into more about this in a moment, but I wanted to mention that for just transparency. WFG being an MLM doesn't make it unique. It just makes it like every other organization in the business.
It works is after you get hired onto WFG and pass all the licensing exams, you'll have to recruit new associates.
Now, this is the biggest issue I personally have, is that with WFG, it is very much impressed upon the new recruits to immediately start recruiting other people to sell insurance to and to also bring into your upline. The idea behind this is that if you can't convert someone into a sale of a policy, maybe you can try to convert them into maybe a part-time work position where they can go recruit and then sell and then duplicate this process again and again and again. Why is that a problem? Well, for me, I think the act of selling is really the skill set all new agents should focus on developing. If you try to sell insurance successfully, along with trying to recruit insurance agents successfully, you'll find that you're going to be overwhelmed as a new agent. There's so much to know to sell insurance successfully, but there's also so much to know to actually manage, recruit, and train successful agents too. So my advice to new agents is focus on selling first for 6 to 12 months before you get into position to recruit.
You can see from this image, their own website shows the multi-level shape of their business model.
I like how they've made it not into a pyramid intentionally, but made it more like a shape that's not a pyramid. I assure you that was very intentional.
So it's nothing that they're trying to hide or that's illegal.
Yeah, and let me emphasize here, what WFG is doing is not illegal. It may irritate or enrage you, but multi-level marketing in its function now is not illegal. You can recruit people to recruit other people to recruit. My argument is, as an insurance agent, that that's illegal or unethical. My argument is that it's a terrible way to do business, in my opinion. To depend on other people to sell for you that you don't know enough to actually train, nor you know enough skill set to actually make money on your own dime and own pen, that's actually the problem to me. And joining an agency that puts its focus not on the primary core competency of selling successfully means that a lot of agents are going to struggle in this business, and that leads to the high failure rate, 90% plus, that new insurance agents fail out of the business at every single year. How commissions work at World Financial Group.
When I first started as a life insurance broker, I had an 80% contract level to start, and it increased to 100% by the end of it. According to this report, a WFG associate contract level is a measly 36%, and a senior marketing director contract level is only 64%.
Yeah, so commission-wise, WFG objectively is going to be a lot less than other sales commission opportunities in the insurance sales space. For example, at my agency, we start agents at 100% commission who are buying their own leads. And for agents that don't want to buy leads and just sell all day and have us provide the leads, we start at 50%. In this case, even at an associate level, is less than our free lead program. And those agents have to go find business and prospect for it and develop referrals. Whereas in our sense, just to elaborate the point, we're providing them leads and paying them more. So the point is, commission isn't that great with World Financial Group, relatively speaking, with other insurance companies out there. How do you get customers as an agent at World Financial Group?
As an associate, you're expected to make a list of all your friends and family and approach them to sell your financial products or to recruit them as an associate for WFG. But that's very typical of MLM companies, all of them really.
Yeah, and so this is the friends and family approach. They call it the Project 100 list. They call it the Project 200 list now. And the idea is to basically data dump from your brain anybody you've ever talked to that you maybe have a loose connection to all the way up to family relations. And then that's your prospect list. Go sit down with these people, tell them what you're doing, and then try to make sales off of them. Now, I used to be against the friends and family prospecting method completely. I started, 2011, completely against the idea of selling my mom or my friends or my past clients in another business. But what I realized over time is that a lot of people out there want to buy life insurance. They just never get around to it. And using the friends and family approach broaches the most difficult thing, which is the trust issue. But there's also this level of urgency in making sales that you really can't get necessarily off of a paid lead strategy. So am I saying that friends and family prospecting is a good thing? Well, it may be, but it may not be. You just have to assess yourself if you're going to think about joining World Financial Group. Are you comfortable doing the friends and family approach, this Project 100 or 200 listing approach? If you're not, then maybe you should find another agency where, like, for example, what we do at the Dig Agency is our agents don't have to do any of that prospecting. They just buy leads, people who express interest, and then talk to them to sell them over the phone or talk to them the old-fashioned way to sell them in person, and they completely avoid the discomfort that comes with selling people, who you may want to see at Christmas dinners again, and you may want to actually return your phone call. And if you don't want to be that guy that's always trying to pitch somebody on a business opportunity, that saves that relationship that you have with them. So should you become a WFG agent?
But if you're this much of a go-getter, why would you stick with a company like WFG that gives such small payouts? You'll also risk damage to your reputation and maybe even your personal relationships. WFG almost has the same negative stigma as Amway does. You can become known as the pyramid scheme guy, behind your back, and to be avoided in social situations.
Now, again, pyramid scheme guy and air quotes, WFG is not a pyramid scheme technically. It's a multi-level marketing company. But the idea behind this is that this is what you run the risk of if you go down this pathway potentially, that people will label you as such, as somebody who's pitching them on a business opportunity, and the only reason you want to talk to them is you're trying to sell them something. And I think that's a valid concern that you've got to decide if you're comfortable with or not. Regarding the compensation levels, yeah, for sure. Compensation wise, if you are somebody who is not into the recruiting people to recruit process like WFG is, and you really want to stick with selling for a considerable amount of time, there's a remarkable difference in compensation levels as an associate versus somebody who's getting started. And again, I just use my agency for an example. If you're buying your own leads, you're literally 3 times as much earning power on commissions than you would be with WFG. And even if we provided you with free leads, where you don't even have to do friends and family prospecting, you're still making more in our system versus WFG. So what it really does come down to is, do you believe in the vision of the WFG and helping people and using the friends and family approach? If you do, join them. If you don't, then do your due diligence. Find another agency. There's a lot out there. And the biggest issue, recruiting over selling.
Lastly, any business model that places a huge emphasis on recruiting new members rather than customer needs in order to make money is one that I'm wary of.
Yeah, and that pretty much summarizes my objection personally to joining WFG. What you do out there, guys, watching this is totally up to you. I'm just giving you the facts and things to consider as well. I don't want to join an agency as a new agent where I'm not selling and where I'm forced to recruit. To me, recruiting is something that comes later on down the line, once you have street cred and you can actually train people that you bring on. Otherwise, what you're going to run into if you get into the recruiting game too early is that you're going to be overwhelmed trying to deal with people. You potentially run the risk of chargeback debt. So if your agents write business and the policies lapse and the commissions haven't fully paid out in 9 months, you now are going to be responsible for repaying that if the agent does that. And it's likely you've probably never heard that until this video. So these are all the things that you need to be concerned about, and which is why I think it's smarter for a brand new agent to start in a sales position, learning to sell first, over recruiting first. So what do you think about World Financial Group? Is it a scam to you? Is it legit? Do you have a great experience with WFG? Do you have a bad experience? Please feel free to leave comments below. The purpose of this video is to provide potential World Financial Group agents some perspective on making an important decision on what they're going to do in their insurance career, either with WFG or otherwise. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, if you're interested to learn more about our agency where we provide free leads, whether you can sell in person or remotely from the comfort of your own home, please go to daviddufour.com. My company is the Dig Agency. We have a great platform for agents who want to sell what's called final expense, a great product to sell as a brand new agent. It's easy to understand, it's simple to do, and there's a lot of opportunity, and it's completely based off of buying leads or having the leads provided to you for free. So go to daviddufour.com to learn more, and thank you so much for watching. See ya.